All right, this is a quick rundown of oil filters for the 392. I just bought some different ones and cut them apart. All these here in the front are the 339 style. The ones in the back are 899, which is a larger filter, and it's also similar in size to the Mopar 041 filter. Got a SuperTech, the 339 Mopar filter, a Wix 5760. These are just the Fram equivalents of the 339. These two, Mobile One, and a Wix XP version. See the 899. This is the K&N version. I don't see a model number on it. This is one that was mentioned on the forum. This is supposed to be similar to the 41 oil filter, and this one is made in Poland. So it's supposed to be similar to the Mopar 41. And then this is the Wix XP version of the 899. Most of these have silicone anti-drain back valves. A few of these looks like rubber, like the Mopar or the Wix version of the Mopar 41, and then the 899 and the 339, and I don't know what the blue one is on the SuperTech. So some of these have the bypass valve separate from the filter, and that pushes in when the pressure builds up. Some it's built into the filter, like this. I don't know if there's a huge difference. Yeah, it's built into the filter like this one here. I don't know that there's a big difference in these. So you can see that all these down here have cardboard filters. These have synthetic media. This is the Fram XG, and then the Wix 5760 XP have synthetic media. The rest of these have a cardboard media, and this Fram TG has a cardboard end cap. This one does not look very good. Out of these, to me, the Wix and the Fram look the best. And over here, only the Wix has the synthetic media. And the Wix and both of these Wix filters have springs in the end of them, which is supposed to be bad. I don't really think that matters. The leaf spring in the bottom of these seems to be fine too. One interesting difference, the Mopar 899 has a different kind of bypass valve. It's located down here on this end of the filter. There's a spring in there, and I'm not entirely sure how that works. But out of the bigger filters, the only one that has a synthetic media is the Wix, which to me looks like a superior filter. A couple side notes. A couple of these had some junk on the end, like this Mopar 339. This stuff here will actually scrape off with your finger, and that was there from the beginning. That was not trash that got there when I was cutting them apart. And this one's terrible. This is the Wix 5760, not the Wix XP, but this stuff here it came like this from the factory. One note on this though, it's on the outside of the filter, and the way that the oil flow is, that would not go directly into your engine. That stuff would get caught in the filter because the oil comes in on the outside of the filter and then goes back to the engine through the inside. So trash out here would not be an issue. Trash inside here would be an issue. And I think that was about it to talk about on these. Most of these look good. There was just a couple that had junk on them. And that's probably just a fluke thing. But again, this is the Mopar filter. This is the $8.99, and there is crud here, although that doesn't seem to come off very easy. Another thing to look at before I cut these apart is the pleating, how it's spaced. This is the SuperTech. This is the Mopar 339. Looks good. The Wix 5760, good overall. This Fram, the Tough Guard, again, this is the worst looking filter out of the whole bunch. The Mopar, it's a mobile one, that looks good. The Wix XP 5760. This is this one. You can see how some of those are bent, and it came like that. I didn't do that. Then this is the Fram, and this is a super heavy duty thick media here on this one. This is the one out of the Wix 899 XP, and it has a good thick media too. This is the Wix 557063. This is a very pretty cardboard filter. All the pleating is real close together and consistent. The K&N is a smaller filter, and the glue is not so hot on this one, although I'm sure it would be fine. It's just not as pretty of a filter, and the pleating is not spaced evenly. And this is the Mopar 899. This is one of the uglier filters too, so far as the pleating, spacing, and consistency. The Fram XG here has a wire backing. The Wix 57060 XP has a plastic backing to the mesh. The Wix 57899 XP has a good looking wire backing too. The Wix 557063 doesn't have any kind of backing on it, but it has a ton of surface area, a lot of pleats, a lot of thickness, but it looks like cardboard. The Mopar 339, you can see it has a whole lot less surface area than some of the bigger filters. Cardboard and no metal or plastic backing. And this is the Mopar 899. It's got a pretty good bit of surface area too, and the different kind of bypass valve. I'm not going to cut the rest of these apart because they don't really have any compelling features. To me, the best one out of the whole bunch is going to be this Wix 57899 XP. It has the synthetic media, lots of surface area. It's got the spring in the back. And of the smaller filters, this Fram XG looks to be the best. It has really thick media with a wire backing. That's its bypass valve.